It's no secret to anyone on the island of Sodor that many signalmen are incompetent, moronic, buffoonish shitheads who love to get wasted. Gordon, Thomas, Henry, and Oliver know this better than anyone. The standards are so low that if you're alive and breathing, you're hired. In fact, if you don't fall asleep or forget to do your job, you'll win the Employee of the Month award. But then again, the standards are fucking low anyways. One morning at Farquhar Sheds, Toby spoke to Thomas and Percy. I typically just sit on the sidelines and laugh at other people or engines who ignore my advice or just act like ignorant asswipes. You know that, right? Thomas and Percy agreed. Well, a problem that has been infesting our island for many years now are signalmen. They don't know how to do their job. They just act like idiots. As a request of 1911 and Mike, I'll be going out today to investigate the most problematic signalmen on the island. Do you two know who the most suspicious signalmen are? I'd say the signalman at Tidmouth behind the station who diverted Henry onto the coastal track all those years ago, said Thomas, along with the signalman at Neville's Bridge. If he just made the signalman at the tunnel before the bridge aware that it was out, Molly's hitchhikers wouldn't have almost f***ing died. I'd also recommend checking out the signalman at Wellsworth, Percy joined in. The points around there near the airport are why so many crashes have taken place, like Diesel 10's crash at the toll booth. Toby soon collected 1911 and Mike, Ike, and Henrietta and set off to the signal box behind Tidmouth. He rang his bell to get the signalman's attention. "Excuse me, sir," said Toby cautiously. "Murdoch will be coming along this line here soon with the flying kipper. Send him on to Duck's branch line up to Tidmouth Bay. Not down the line so dangerously close to the sea, you know, where Henry crashed, 'cause that line's under repair at the moment." All right, slurred the signalman as he went right back to downing Jack Daniels. He had this stupid belief that Murdoch could survive a crash because he'd just gotten his punch rack model upgrade. Meanwhile, Murdoch was puffing slowly down the line, unaware of the line under repair. "That's strange," Murdoch murmured as he was switched onto the line running right next to the beach. "I should be going through Tidmouth Tunnel right now." Then he saw the line was out ahead. "Driver, stop!" said Murdoch frantically. His driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. Murdoch went running off the line into the sea. Luckily, no one was killed. Soon, Murdoch had been lifted out of the water, and the crash was being cleared up. And at the same time, Butch had brought some policemen to the signal box for investigations. "Weird," said Butch. "According to CCTV footage, the signalman got wasted before he put a half-assed set of buffers on the line. That wouldn't stop Murdoch. He then left after that." "I'm surprised Sir Topham Hatt hasn't fired most of these signalmen," said Toby from afar. "Wonder if the signalman at Wellsworth is any better." Toby soon puffed into Wellsworth Yards and looked calmly around the area. "Seems peaceful," I said, "and the signalman here is smart for the most part. He's just a bit lazy about the switches, because apparently most of them are faulty." Just then, Charlie came racing through the area, being reckless as usual. "Quickly, signalman, change the points!" Mike yelled. "They're against him!" The signalman obliged, but regardless, Charlie went running through the station, shot off the line, and smashed into the toll booth. Luckily, very few were injured. "Such pathetic management," Mike said to himself. "Wonder what Sir Topham Hatt will do about this." The following morning, Sir Topham Hatt held an announcement on a video that he sent to all the engine's drivers. "It has come to my attention that some signalmen are incapable of doing their jobs," he announced. "So, Mike in 1911, since they proudly proclaim they'd be the shittiest signalmen ever, we'll see if they are, and just fire those 3 signalmen Toby has told me about." All the engines thought Sir Topham Hatt was joking about out-hiring me and Mike as signalmen, but Sir Topham was actually dead f***ing serious. Later in the day, I was working as the new signalman at Neville's Bridge. In the meantime, the barrier to the bridge had been temporarily removed so Nia could shunt some flatbeds of steel onto the bridge so it could be repaired. But I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy watching Penguin Zero. At the same time, Caroline was speeding down the road when suddenly one of her tires popped off. It rolled down under Elizabeth and catapulted her into the air. "What's happening?" she screamed as she flew into the air and hit Neville's bridge, then fell back to the ground unharmed. Then, as Neville's bridge started to crumble, Nia backed off the bridge just in time. "This is the third time I've nearly died," fumed Nia. "I just want to replace Edward and Henry. Is that too much to ask?" Elizabeth rolled her eyes at the young engine's immaturity, and then drove over to the signal box I was in. "Hey, child," she called to me, "I don't approve of your flippant and ignorant ways of handling the signals and traffic around here, but good job on humbling these young'uns." "Anytime, girl," I said. "Anyways, I just need to not fall asleep, eep on this job, and I'll do fine." The next day, I was watching Penguin Z0 again.
So, let's go ahead and take a little swim in the septic tank here. At number 5, we have a smorgasbord of superhero films.
1911, called Neville. "What are you doing?" I responded,
"I just love to create. I love to inspire and show unedited photos of myself. And if I can just inspire one person, then I'll have done what I set out on this earth to do. Hit him with the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse dance."
"Nice moves, Dick Pants," Neville groaned. Luckily, nobody was killed. "Dick Pants?" I laughed. "Even you can come up with a better insult, ugly duckling." Sir Topham Hatt soon arrived at the scene. Although he wasn't pleased about the crash, he did find my dance moves very impressive, and most of all was grateful that nobody had been killed. 1911, he said, "You and Mike can stay signalmen if you want, or you can leave. But if you want to come back and work in the signal boxes, I could use some extra help." Soon, new competent signalmen were hired at Neville's Bridge in Wellsworth, thanks to Toby, and crashes were significantly reduced around those parts, but not completely. And I don't think they ever will. Crashes will always keep happening, but to a